So let's do a quick review while you guys may be typing. Quick review here is, you know, when you're when you're running the 4-4 Reaper defense, the 6-2 Savage defense, or the 4-2-5 Ring of Fire defense, we don't change our objective. Okay. We just want to make sure that our alignment, our assignments, and our aggression and execution are on point. Okay, that's the key. Alignment, assignment, execution, and our aggression. Okay, are on point. We may run the 4-2-5 defense because we want to play every area of the field, especially if you're playing against a true spread team that actually utilizes the entire field and don't run a lot of plays inside the box. I love the 4-4 defense because it's balanced as hell. It's versatile, right? Most of the balanced teams you play against, you can counter them with the 4-4 Reaper defense. Okay. And when I say balance, I'm talking about you got a 6-man line, you got 2 guards, 2 tackles, a center, and a tight end. Okay. You know, 4-4 defense, Reaper defense is great for this because now we can take advantage of um, mismatches, weak players, you know, gap integrity. We can really do a lot of damage with this 8-man box. And then, you know, you may find out, oh man, the team we playing against, they can't block for you know what, for crap, right? Let's just go into the 6-2 defense. They can't block for crap. They can't throw for crap. Let's just pin our ears back and take it to them. And that's how you do it. That's how you have fun in doing it. Coach Bubba want to know, are my tackles head up on the guards? Usually my tackles are not head up on the guards. Usually we have a outside shade. What would that be? Just about a 3 technique. I believe it is. I think it's a 3 tech. Yeah, 3 tech. So usually we kind of we shade it to the outside shoulder of the guard with our tackles. I kind of like my players playing in the gaps a little bit. I don't like head on. That's just me though. That's just me. Now, if you got a kid with quick feet, now like my D ends, I like my D ends to be really quick and elusive. I like my D ends to be short and stocky, you know, almost like fullback types. I know some of you guys put real tall kids at defensive end. I personally don't like the tall, lanky kids at defensive end. I'll move them back to linebacker, somewhere in linebacker. Um, I don't know why, but like at least in my experience, and even with teams we play against, you put these tall, lanky kids at defensive end, and they stand straight up and get blown off the ball, get washed. So I like short, strong, stocky kids at D end. You know, dogs. You know, kids who are dogs and really dominate the edge. So yeah. And guys, look, if y'all getting value from the show, do me a solid. Hit that like button, hit that like button. We got 20 people on the show. Welcome to the Beast Pod. We have changed the name of the show officially to the Beast Pod. So a lot of you guys have recommended the Beast Pod. And like I said, I was leaning towards something else, but hey, when Beast Nation speak, I gotta listen. Y'all love the Beast Pod. So the Coach Beast show is no longer, we are now the Beast Pod. And I like it. It got swagger to it. I like the swagger to it. All right, let's see. Coach Jordan want to know, if you have to flex from 4-4 to 6-2 on the fly, do you usually bring your outside linebackers down to the edge? Absolutely. That's all we do, man. That's all we do. We just bring them to the edge. I'm gonna see if I can even pull it up for you. And let me see. Yeah, all we do is really, to be honest with you guys, man, the outside linebackers dictate everything as it relates to the complexion of the defense, right? And let me see, I got this pulled up. Y'all bear with me here. Get this new system up. Do 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 do. But yeah, guys, like literally, um, okay, can y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see the 6'2". Just put a one in the comments if y'all can see that. Believe y'all can. Um, so with the 6'2" defense, coach, all we do is just we'll bring them outside linebackers down, right? And so in essence, you have two nose guys, right? Then you got your defensive tackles right here. And in essence, in the 6'2", you know, the positions change, right? The outside linebackers who were in the 4-4 Reaper, they're basically now defensive ends in the 6'2". Okay. And so again, we're very aggressive with the 6'2". Um, and we really trying to dominate the edge and shut down the run game. Like, especially if we know the team is a very one-dimensional team and that team doesn't pass the ball a lot, even though we do have, you know, looks to combat that. Like we still got the 6'2" cloud, similar to the 4-4 cloud, which, you know, have our guys playing the hooks and curls, especially against these tight ends. Because look, you're going to run into these youth football coaches and they're going to have bravado and all of this BS. And they're going to say, huh, you know, you can line up in that 6'2". We're going to get you with a tight end pop pass. Yeah, pop pass, you know, play fast, my ass. We're going to get 5 turnovers. We're gonna get 5 turnovers, okay? So just know when you're running either the 4-4 Reaper defense, man, or the 6'2 Savage, or, you know, pop passes. Teams like to run these pop passes, and they like to run it, you know, down the seams. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, y'all don't take my humor serious, man. Yeah, stuff just come in my head, and I just say it, y'all. I thought about Shannon Sharp right there. Uh, but But yeah, guys, and this the thing too when you're running any of my concepts, guys. If you notice, we're not one dimensional. We're doing multiple looks, multiple looks. We got cover 3 looks. We got QB spies, you know, spy coverages against these dual threat guys. You know what I'm saying? We got 6'2" Sky here. Y'all see this? We got 6'2" Sky where we can play every area of the goddamn field in the 6'2". So when you hear people say, well, I wouldn't run no 6'2" defense, it's because your vision is not big enough, right? I wouldn't run the 4-4. It's not a real defense. Yeah, because you don't have the balls to run it. You don't have the confidence to run it. Because if you run it the way I teach it, you're able to play dynamic youth football. But you just have to keep your kids grounded and keep them focused on the main thing, right? Which is attacking the running game, shutting down the quarterback and running back. Y'all got me, cutting off the head of the snake and wearing out the offensive line. And you're going to have a good day. You're going to have a great day on defense. Y'all got me. Let me see. Coach Wright, how you doing, brother? How are you doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Beast Pod, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How many of you guys planning to run the 6'2" today? I mean, this year. Who's running the 6'2"? I know a few people say they are running it. How many people are running the 6'2" this year or flexing it? Bubba want to know with roster management, where can I hide some players in the 6'2"? Okay, great question, coach. Great question. So you can hide. What I would do is I would hide one of the kids at nose, right? You can hide them at nose. You can put them at this weak side linebacker position. One of these two positions. The biggest thing, what you never want to do, don't put them in a critical position where they have to make an individual play. Put them in a place to where they're paired with a more developed player, either one of your star players or one of your more B tier players. So really any of these spots, but just make sure they're paired. You don't want to put them like you don't want to put them to the outside, like this defensive end position where make they have to make a lot of individual plays. I wouldn't put them there. I know a lot of coaches like to put their scrubs at corner. You can do it and risk it. I don't like doing that personally, but you can, especially if you got as many kids on roster as you do, coach, and you can get away with it because every kid that's not a starter don't mean he's sorry. Like my programs are predicated right on getting kids who didn't get a lot of playing time with a team, and they turn out to be some of the best players I ever coached. So that ain't the issue. The issue is roster management, right? And if that's the case, if the kid is, really not a true football player, is not really capable of doing a lot in terms of, making plays yet, he's really developmental, just pair him with a linebacker or vice versa to where he doesn't have to be forced to make the individual play by himself. Great question, coach, as always. Yeah, Coach Marv. Okay. Coach Marv flexing from the 4462 to 425. That's what I recommend most of you guys to do. Even if you don't do it this year, do it in time because I ran the 4-4 Reaper defense from day one. From day one, back in 2007. All right. I ran the 4-4 Reaper. And then in time, as my league began to change, we embraced the 6-2 and then the 4-2-5. We ran it's other defenses we ran too, guys. We ran the 4-6 defense. Um, we ran I think it was 5-4 defense. There's other defenses that I've ran, guys, and we flex things into. You know what I'm saying? But the combo of the 4-4 Reaper, the 6-2, and the 4-2-5 have been just so dynamic and so um, you know, just versatile for us, that this trifecta will help you guys win a lot of games and be extremely adaptable. Don't be a one-dimensional youth football team. Um, and what I mean by that, you can win a lot. There are teams that won a lot of championships running one formation, 5 plays, dominating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it in a way to where you don't want to take the 4-4 defense, right? You don't want to take, let's just say 6-2 wide sky. Oh, let's just use Alabama strong here. You don't want to just take this and you only got this in the sky play. No, no. You can stay in the 6-2 and win a championship just running the 6-2 if you want, you know. But if you got the talent and you know, as your players develop, you're going to develop too as a coach. You're going to learn what works and don't work in your league. And now you can just run multiples and flex. It's just you being a multiples coach. Okay. Just being adaptable and versatile. Because, with some of you guys, like I said, I ran the 4-4 Reaper the first 5-6 years of me coaching exclusively, exclusively the 4-4 Reaper. And we just added different concepts and strategies and packages. And that's how we do it.